was a kid, we had a monster in our basement. My father said if I'd done wrong, it'd creep out at night and come for me. I tried to do no wrong, but the monster came all the same.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Wolfenstein, the Old Blood, Uber difficulty video walkthrough. This is Chapter 7, it is Old Town, and it is one of the shorter missions in the game, and also one of my least favourite. You're going to be controlling this machine, which I thought was going to be like the dragon in Blood Dragon, where we'd be super overpowered and shooting all kinds of different arsenals, and it turns out it's kind of like a little shitty B&Q moving platform. It doesn't really do much adversarially. It's got a couple of swings that can help, and if anything climbs you, if you've got a gun in your other hand, you can shoot them off, which is a must really, because when I first played I was getting out every time I got climbed on, which is not good, guys. It takes forever to do anything, but it's one of those levels where I thought it would give me, you know, the superhero complex, the delusions of grandeur, or well, in fact, actual grandeur, because you're overpowered and you're sick, but it's really kind of underwhelming. You're just kind of riding a metallic thing that's pretty useless. That being said, you can take really big damage from the zombies, as I've already shown, via taking big damage from said zombies. And it's an interesting breakup in the tempo of the game, so I think some people will enjoy it, some people will probably see it as just kind of like a filler section. The good news is, if you're aggressive enough, you can skip most of it. So, hooray for that. Hooray for them giving us the choice not to kill everything. I'm pretty sure the zombies keep on coming, because they keep on falling from the sky, they keep on climbing out of the, you know, the windows and the cracks in the floor and things, so it's... If you wanted, you could probably hang around here and work on achievements or trophies if you're that way inclined. But I'm definitely not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be trying to get through this as swiftly as possible, because the next level is much more interesting, and it also has the final boss, who is kind of a throwback to old school bosses where you had to shoot them a lot to kill them. So I really appreciate that, but at the same time it's quite tricky for people that are expecting to do something 3 times and win. Even though he does have, I think, 3 phases, so technically you are doing something 3 times and winning. It's just longer than that in the grand scheme of things. But there's some gold over here. I'm going to climb in the window. This is a good opportunity to get focus off yourself and flank around the area so that you can get into the room with the thing you have to switch, the lever, without being killed, because unfortunately pressing levers on this game leaves you vulnerable. I have been killed pressing a lever by 1 zombie, so just imagine if you get a few of them with you. Very dangerous. Because the animations are... Oh, I'm being hit. Look at this. Look at my life. And I'm stuck. Yeah, that guy... Wow. You see what I mean? Do not mess on this difficulty, or you will be punished. And I was punished rather severely just then. But it's like a lot of games. When you're down, you aren't out, so you can always make that comeback. Never give up. I know it's trite, but it's true. It really is. The amount of times where I've had low life... This is annoying. Get off. Thank you. But the amount of times where I've had low life and I've succeeded is quite high, because you've just got to get to that point where you acknowledge that you're just as capable with any life as you are with the lower life. It's just... Your playstyle changes when you're dying, because you're conscious of the fact that you're about to die, and rather than, you know, aggressively using that to shape up and kick some ass, a lot of people will become overly defensive, or they'll look for an opportunity to get away or to run away, and mostly that works. It helps. It's a smart strategy, but every so often it's the thing that makes you die. And especially in like your character-driven action games, when you start being overly defensive because you are close to death, you're missing out on opportunities to attack and to move forward, and a lot of people will never understand the notion of not fearing death, but I don't, and there's a lot of people like me that have got to a kind of a mature position when it comes to playing games for challenge, where they've realised that dying really does nothing. Dying is just the transition before you win. Like, there's such a strange, just... mentality towards death in games. There really is. And I don't mean, you know, narrative death or story death or any kind of poignant death. I just mean dying. You know, straight up, you didn't do what you were supposed to do right in the space you were given, so you have to try that again. Like, when you're playing a sport and you lose, you don't immediately think that you suck when your team doesn't win, because there's a lot of variables that include how you play, how they play, and sometimes it's, you know, you can't really control it. What if it's a deflection and it goes in and they beat you 1-0 in the last minute of the game? Like, stuff happens, and it's the same with almost everything. You can't just look at it as, well, I suck and I should get better or not play at all. You should look at it as, well, that I learned something from that. I need to now change what I'm doing, adapt, and win. And if you're not doing that, then you're not learning from the death, so the death is meaningless. And it's easy to be stubborn and try and force it through, but for the most, dying exists so that you can learn to live, guys. That's pretty much what it is, and it's transcends video games, that one. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the final chapter. You take care now.